Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Openly Expressive. I'm your host, Naisha. So let's get into it. The whole Roe V. Wade situation. Okay, so, to be candid, I am pro-choice and I am also pro-life. And that sounds, a little crazy, but it's like, okay, who really wants to have a baby by a fucked up individual? Like, females go through so many things, and a lot of the times we get pregnant by these nothing ass dudes or ain't shit ass dudes. And I don't even mean like he's a fucking bum. I mean like he ain't shit personality-wise, character-wise, whatever the hell you want to call it. He ain't shit. Okay? And this situation touches home for me. Whether currently or in the past. Like dudes take just as much as responsibility and getting female pregnant, if not more, because females can't fucking get pregnant by themselves, okay? And I am very explicit in this episode because I am so fucking pissed right now. I am so pissed. More than one reason. Personally and everything. I am so freaking pissed. Because a dude will get a female pregnant and he leaves the shit up to her to have to live with that fucking guilt of an abortion. Because let's be for real, a lot of us in life had an abortion. And I'm going to be very candid. When I was pregnant when I was very young and I had an abortion, my mom forced me to get one. And that's 20 something years ago. Until this day, I think about how old that child would have been. And I also willingly had one when I was fucking 12 weeks pregnant. Okay? And that was because the person who I was pregnant by, I knew wasn't going to be about shit. And I knew it wasn't going to be a successful relationship or situation because it wasn't back then. So I think it's kind of fucked up when your rights are taken away to not be able to make that decision if you want to continue with that pregnancy or not. But then it's also fucked up to even kill a baby. Because let's be for real, it's a fetus. And for a woman to be in a fucked up position like that, to make up that decision, and she gotta live with that guilt forever, that's the problem with men. Y'all fuck us, y'all leave us pregnant, whether it's for her to have an abortion or miscarry, or for her to simply be a single fucking mom. And I'm so tired of you motherfuckers always getting somebody pregnant and leaving her to fend for herself. You think she want to have a fucking abortion and abort a baby, suck it down a vacuum cleaner or take pills and have the baby broken up inside of her? She gotta damn near go through labor in her house or in a hospital? Or you think she want to be up on a fucking table and have something scraped out of her? See, y'all don't know my history. I've been through a lot of shit with pregnancies and relationships, and I'm so emotional because I just don't understand why men don't give a fuck about us. Like, female, you guys need to understand, females go through so much shit. Females go through so much shit on a daily fucking basis. If we're keeping a child, it's a lot of shit that we have to go through. Do you understand? We gotta get up in the morning. We gotta feed these kids. We gotta dress these kids. We gotta make sure they're bathed. We gotta make sure they go to school. We gotta help them with their fucking homework. We gotta be a mediator when they're going through some shit. We gotta be a therapist, a counselor, a doctor, a nurse, a nurturer, a babysitter, a teacher. We have to be every fucking occupation that there is in this damn world to a human being, because you son of a bitches decided to get us pregnant and leave us alone to do it for ourselves. And at the end of the fucking day, we don't get any type of respect. None. Y'all don't give a damn if we're pregnant and going through a miscarriage and struggling day to fucking day and still gotta deliver tasks that need to be done in-house and out-house. We still got to deal with the kids that we already have that you left us to be single moms with. And you motherfuckers got the audacity to sit there and call us bitches and whores and every damn thing else in the book. You fuck us, get us pregnant. You fuck our sisters, get us pregnant. You fuck our mothers, our friends, our close loved ones. You do anything that you want to do with us. And at the end of the fucking day, we don't get an ounce of fucking respect. We don't even get respect in the bedroom because you're choking her out, calling her bitches and pulling her hair. We don't get respect any fucking where. And you motherfuckers be sitting there acting like you King fucking Tut. Your shit all together. Skin all clear, weight all together. While she falling the fucking apart physically and mentally because your fucking ass decided to betray her because you know what you did? In the beginning, you gave her false hope. Now, let's be for fucking real. I already told y'all motherfuckers that we got daddy issues. Everybody got daddy issues. Females and men. We just sit there and we acted out a little bit differently than you do. We acted out by laying in the fucking bed with you losers. With false hope of a male figure loving us because we didn't have it as children. And y'all fuck on us and y'all leave. And don't let a bitch get pregnant, honey. Because guess what? He's really out the fucking door. He's really out the door. Now, one thing I could say, my marriage is a piece of fucking shit. But one thing I could say is he's a responsible dad. And then I don't even want to say 100% responsible because guess what? When you fuck up a home and that marriage or that situation is tainted and you can no longer be an item together, a two-parent household, guess what? You lost your fucking brownie points on how good of a father you are because now you're fucked up. You left your kids to sit there and be in a single-parent household missing you, not seeing you every day like they were used to. You don't think that you leaving to put your dick in somebody else because that's what it ultimately always fucking is, okay? Because that's all y'all do is base your life off of having sex with a female. That's all y'all fucking do. Sex, add some money and drugs to the mix, but it's sex. That's all y'all do all the fucking time. See, females, we don't have the choice to sit there and think about sex all day. A lot of us don't have the choice to just sit there and pick up and go on trips because we just felt like doing so. A lot of us are sitting here gaining weight, breaking out, deteriorating in front of your fucking faces, and you want to throw it up in their face. Oh, bitch, you got fat, you this, you that. Well, look at the shit that she's going through. Do you think it's easy for her to have to raise these kids by herself and still want to get up and have her body snatched without going on the fucking operating table and get all the fat sucked out of her body that she acquired by being a single mom and stressed the fuck out and put it in her ass with a BBL? You think it's that damn easy for her to keep herself together? Physically and let alone mentally, honey. Us females are breaking down every day, every second, every minute, every hour. We are breaking down physically and mentally because of you son of a bitches. When do we get appreciation? On Mother's Day? Because guess what? On Mother's Day, honey, I still got to get up. I still have to get up and be called mom. Which I am blessed to be called mom because a lot of people, aren't fortunate enough to even conceive, let alone give birth. So I am blessed and I am appreciative that I am a mom. But damn, even on Mother's Day, I have duties. Because guess what, fellas? Being a mom doesn't stop. And little do you realize being a parent doesn't stop. But according to you motherfuckers, it do. By the time you put it up in her, pull it on out and squirt it wherever the hell you want to squirt it, your duty has been done, according to you. Because you don't give a damn if she push out. You don't give a damn if she have it sucked out. You don't give a damn what happens to that fetus that you embedded in her, implanted in her at all. And I'm not going to sit there and bash all men and say all of you are like that because there are some good dads. But point me to one. Point me to one, damn it. Because I don't give a damn what anybody says. 100% of a good dad to me, he is going to try his best and do everything that he needs to do possible to make that relationship work with the mother of his children or his child, because he should know better that once there is a one-parent household, the child is forever tainted. I don't give a damn about you seeing them on the weekends. There's 365 days in the daggone year. You get a few days out of a fucking month? While she has the children 365 days a year? And she gets a little bit of breaks when you take the kid on the weekends, blah-de-da. But then you want to text her all fucking day and tell her and send her photos and tell her what the kid is doing. She know what the kid is doing. She has the kid all the time. Okay, guys, so I'm back. I had to take a little intermission, gather my thoughts. But anyway, back on the topic. Just, fellas, word of advice, treat your lady right. And like I said in another episode, if you are having sex with a female, I want you to try your hardest to think of, listen, suppose this condom pops. Or suppose I get in the heat of the moment with her and I don't want to use a condom. Or suppose the pull-out game don't work. Because guess what? You can get pregnant by pre-cum, my friends. Whether you know this or not. So there's a little tidbit. The word of advice is, before you decide to lay with somebody, I want you to think strong and hard. Will this be a successful relationship? Will I be wanting to stay? Will I keep my penis in my pants to where I won't stray and fuck up a family if she get pregnant and she decides to leave my ass because I cheated? Do I think that I can make this thing work forever? Do I think that if she happens to get pregnant by me, by my swimmers, that I won't bail on her, that I'll stay with them forever, and I won't create another human being on this earth that will have daddy issues and grow up and wreak havoc on the world because they are lost? Am I able to be responsible enough to stay? If you ask yourself any of these questions and the answer is no, get on. Like, stop ruining lives. Stop ruining the female's life because now she's a single mom and she's so fucked up in the head now from it. Stop ruining the female's life because she had an abortion and she's fucked up in the head from it. Stop ruining a child's life because he doesn't have a dad and he's fucked up in the head from it, or she's fucked up in the head from it. All because you're thinking with your penis? Because you guys are having sex most of the times for sexual pleasure. A lot of the times females are having sex because she's lost and she just wants a man to lay down with and love her. She's longing for attention from a man to love her. And we are so jaded in the head oftentimes we don't even realize that's not love, damn it. That's lust he's giving you. Momentarily, he's just pretending that it's love. He don't give a damn about you. He don't give a damn about you, honey. Where are other men that give a damn? Where? I haven't come across one yet. A female could be pregnant and he requires things of you. Oh, well, are you going to do the chores around the house? Are you going to do this? Are you going to do that? She's in pain, damn it. She's in agony, damn it. She's in mental anguish, damn it. Let her rest. Well, this female's just pregnant at work. Well, you don't think we know that? And shit, just because it's at 9 to 5, guess what? She working in the house the whole damn time, too. That's the problem. You guys piss me off a lot. You guys piss me off. Women love you guys, but we also have a hatred for you guys because you do us so damn dirty. I wouldn't even say it's a hatred. It's a disappointment. To me, being disappointed by someone is worse than hating them. Because it's a level of disgust. The audacity that you guys have to not give a damn about us. Respect us at all causes. If you are not going to stay in that household because you decided to be a lame, at least show her some love, damn. At least. Give her more than the corny little flowers. Oh, and if you broke up, guess what? And you call her Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Is it? Because she still has the duties of that. She don't have the luxury to just kick her damn feet up. And then you guys have to, you know what's even more crazy? When the deadbeats celebrate Father's Day. What? They need to make a holiday. Happy Deadbeat Day. A lot of you motherfuckers. Go ahead. Celebrate your day, honey. You loser. And us females are so tainted in the head from not having a dad. Those are the ones we lay with. And I think it's because, guess what? We don't have a dad. And he bailed on us and our mom. So oftentimes we gravitate towards the man who is going to bail on us. Because that is all we are used to. That's all we know. Now, if we had a loving dad in the household, we would pick a loving man because that is all we would have known. But we don't know that. We don't know what healthy relationships are like. We don't know what love feels like, truly, from a man. And it's only so much a mother can give her child. It's 50-50. A mother produced a child, a father produced a child. So don't you think that child is lacking that other 50%? That other 50 is very heavy when that child doesn't have it. And it seeps over into adulthood. And it manifests its way into some fucked up situations. And then everyone wants to question, why did they do that? Why did he do that? They are lost. Be understanding sometimes to people's situation. Be understanding opposed to being judgmental. Be understanding. I'm a little warped. I'm a lot jaded. And I can admit that. And that's another thing. The first thing to, getting some type of help and getting better in your situation is admitting what you are going through. And seeking help and moving forward. Because guess what? Once we decide to have these kids, there's no turning back. And there are a few moms who killed their kids. They didn't give a damn. How dare you? How dare you? But she is mentally warped. She is mentally warped. She's fed up. She's lost. She needs help. She needs love. You guys just don't understand that. A lot of the things that we do is because we are burdened with the responsibility to take care of things by ourselves. You go to work, fellas. You clock in and out with that punch card, that time card. Moms don't clock in and out, honey. Y'all want to say, oh, she's lazy, she's this, she's that. Like, you guys criticize females so damn much, it's disgusting. Because guess what? You get a lunch break. You get to go out and mingle with your coworkers. You get to go have a bite to eat in silence if you want to. You get to go have an after-hour drink if you want to. You get to get that 30-minute break. We don't even get that. Let alone if it's a baby. Oh, honey, what's sleep? Since I had kids, what is sleep, period? So imagine a newborn. Imagine. We don't get any type of rest. I couldn't even tell you. I'm sitting in here in this car looking in my rearview mirror, and I got bags under my eyes right now. And guess what? My daughter is 23. I have a 13-year-old and an 11-year-old, and I still don't know what the hell sleep is anymore. 8 hours? Man, please. That sounds like a foreign language to me. I don't even understand. I don't even speak that. Sorry. 8 hours. 8 hours of sleep? What is that? Most of us moms don't speak that language anymore of 8 hours of sleep. What is that? It's foreign to us. What is that? While you guys are sleeping and slobbing. Please, the old damn audacity. Y'all don't care if she's having a miscarriage, an abortion, a stillbirth, a stillborn, a full-term healthy pregnancy. You don't care. Because guess what? She could be on the table giving birth and you over there having sex with the damn nurse. It don't matter. You don't care. Before you decide to lay down with somebody, I want you to think, am I going to be a good dad? If the answer is no, get the fuck on. I'm so tired of you men treating us like shit. You treat us like we are nothing. You treat us like we are peasants. We are royalty, honey. For a woman to be able to, carry a whole human being in her womb, push that human being out and raise it to the best of her ability, You don't think that's royalty status without help? That's a magical ass female. That's magic, honey. Hats off to every female in this entire world who is a mom. Hats off to the females in this world who have gotten pregnant and wasn't able to go full term with the baby, or lost the baby, or whatever the situation is, because that's a different grief that you have to deal with on a daily basis. Because trust me, I know whether it's the past or the present. I definitely know. That's a hard pill to swallow. And then females, we have miscarriages or whatever the situation was, and we beat ourselves up because then you think you're less than a woman. You're like, damn, well, how come all these moms who ain't about nothing, because there's some of those too, okay? I'm not going to put it all in the dad. There's some moms who ain't shit either. How come some of these moms who ain't about nothing, they got 5, 6, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 kids, and they don't give a damn about them. They just get on the system and don't give a damn about them. Then you have females who long to be moms, and they struggle with fertility. I just don't understand. This world is so baffling to me. I just don't understand. It just doesn't make sense. But I will never in the history of life judge anyone for getting an abortion. I would never judge anyone for keeping a baby in a tumultuous situation. I don't mean like a tumultuous situation where she knows that the household is fucked up and she wants to keep the baby and bring it into toxicity. But what I mean is like she know that relationship is lack thereof, or it never existed and it was a one night stand or whatever the situation was, and she just wanted a baby and she kept it. Because a lot of the times we keep children instead of having abortions. I mean, A, because it's a good thing and it's not a sin, but B, it's like sometimes we just want someone to love us unconditionally. That's why a lot of us are teen moms or gotten pregnant as a teen, because we just want someone to love us unconditionally. And that's what your child will do, regardless if they give you, they're behind the kiss sometimes because they're being unruly, or they're trying to find their life. They're trying to find their way in life. It's going to be times that you feel like, damn, this kid is putting me through all of this stuff. But, at the end of the day, they love you unconditionally. And that's what we long for. So a lot of us get pregnant too because we've never had an everlasting love. And we know for a fact our child will love us. It's a part of us. And that's what you fellas need to realize. That child is a part of you. You guys don't care if she's miscarrying or a boy. You don't care about anything. But how can you not? It is a part of you. Let me tell you something. Story time. One time I was when I was living in Georgia, I was in a relationship. I love this person very much so, and vice versa, but it was very toxic, very toxic. And I think to this day, we probably still have love for each other, but, we both moved on and we're both married and things like that, so we won't ever cross that boundary. But it was a very toxic relationship, and I was miscarrying. And I went to the doctor. First, I had an ectopic pregnancy with that person. I bled for 33 days. They said I was not pregnant. And since I was pregnant my tubes before, I already knew what that was like. So I demanded a sonogram, and come to find out I was, pregnant in my tubes. And that's a very dangerous situation. That's a matter of life and death. So always make sure, females, when you are pregnant, you have to get a sonogram, because sometimes the test doesn't always show. But anyway, moving on. So I was pregnant by the person and I had a miscarriage. And instead of, consoling me, he was outside. Okay, he was outside. I was at the hospital, got a ride back from his sister. He called me on the phone. Instead of asking me how I was feeling, he asked me what happened to the microwave. Because I had burned some popcorn in the microwave earlier that day. He asked me what happened to the fucking microwave. And I knew right there I was saved from not having that kid. So anyway, later on, I was taking a shower, washing. And as I was washing my lower region, the fetus fell in my hand. A very small fetus the size of a shrimp. It fell in my hand. And ladies, before the baby is fully formed, the eyes are on the side of the head. Just imagine the eyes are on the side of the head in the first trimester, the first few weeks. The eyes are on the side of the head. It looks like a mutant, actually. But it's the size of a shrimp. So imagine washing and your baby falls in your hand. I panicked. I called him because he came home later that day. And so while I was taking my shower, he was already home. I called him in the bathroom. And we both panicked. And I dropped it, because I was frantic. And I dropped it. Not purposeful, but I dropped it. And it went down the drain. My fetus went down the drain. So you can imagine how freaking screwed up I am in the head. I've been through a lot of shit. So it's just like getting pregnant by a man, it's a lot that comes with it. It's more than just bearing a child. It's a lot that comes with it. And a lot of it is mentally. Because you guys don't realize it's a human being growing inside of us, and whatever outcome we decide to take, whether pro-life or pro-choice, it's something that we're going to have to deal with forever. We're going to have to deal with that forever. If it's a miscarriage, we got to deal with that forever. You guys deal with it so lightly because you are not physically going through it. I wish that you guys could, every kid that you have, how about you are able to keep it in your body? I know for a fact it would change, because we are changed once we even hear a heartbeat, no matter how small it is. You don't think that hurts, that she made the decision to have an abortion and she already heard a heartbeat, and she knows that that's a fetus? She knows that that's a human being already because there's a heartbeat, but she was faced with the tough decision to get an abortion or not because she knows that it's not going to work? Or she has dreams and goals to obtain. Yeah, she fucked up and got pregnant when she shouldn't have. But don't beat her in the head for making the decision that she did, because guess what? If she keep that baby and you guys decide to bail like most of you decide to do, then what? She's going to be even more screwed up than she began, because now she has a responsibility not only to tend to her own needs mentally and physically. Now she has to do it to offsprings. And that's a lot to deal with. I'm a mom of 3. That is a lot to deal with. We love them. We don't regret our children at all. But it's a lot to deal with. So that was a little bit of my story time, my rant. And you see how passionate I was in the beginning of this recording, this episode, because females deal with a lot of shit. And I just wish that we were respected more. And to take away abortion rights and things like that, I mean, let's face it, it's screwed up. It's screwed up to kill a child. We understand that. But also realize, if she has that kid, you don't know if she's going to even keep that kid alive, because she might snap and kill the kid, God forbid. It's a lot to deal with when you're a mom. It's a lot to deal with a mom. Not saying that any of these situations are okay. Because to me, once you lay down, you should be responsible enough to carry out the responsibilities of being a parent, if that's what happens after your outcome of being intimate with someone. But please don't beat up and don't judge a person who decided to have an abortion, because guess what? She's beating up and judging herself on a daily basis. On the inside, she's going through it. That's all she wants. She just wants to be respected and to be loved. And, at the end of it all, if possible, she would love to procreate with someone that is going to be there forever for her and for their child, not just for her child, because, it took 2 to tango. And it's just sad how men, even though both of you are doing a tango, it seems like the responsibility is put on the mom. If she has it, she has to go through all of the suffering of being a single mom by herself. I'm not going to say the whole time of being a single mom is just a shit show and a big regret. No, because there's happy moments, in being a mom. Of course, we love our children. It's also a lot of work that should not have to be placed upon one person. And a lot of you men just bail and make that the responsibility of hers, either to keep it and raise it on her own or to have an abortion. But either way, you don't care. And it's not fair that she has to make those big decisions by herself. And it's also not fair that you impregnate females and then you say, well, go ahead and have an abortion. That's your kid too. So it's just just think about, we all need to think about who we lay down with, who we procreate with, because at the end of it all, the outcome might be a baby that you will have to live with, either physically, or you will have to live with that mental anguish forever because you decided to get an abortion. And trust me, it is a forever mental anguish. It doesn't go away. No matter how many times, how many children you had after, or no matter how many years pass, it's something that will, last forever in your mind. The pain or the thought of it might lessen, but it doesn't completely diminish. So that's just the word of advice. Be careful in who you decide to lay with, because the outcome might be something that you cannot handle in the long run. So guys, I'm finished with my rant, with my, my experience and expressing how I feel on the matter, and just my thoughts in general on the Roe V. Wade being overturned. So thank you for listening to my oldies. Thank you for coming back. To my newbies, I hope you'll come back to, experience me. And hopefully I didn't offend anyone, with my explicitness. But, this is real life. I'm not about to fake the funk for anybody. And hopefully, since you are my listeners, that you get me and you understand my passion on certain topics. And sometimes I might veer left, or sometimes you might hear something that you were shocked by hearing. But if you know me, you know me. If you don't, please get to. All right. Later, my peoples. Later.